What's up? Welcome back to another watch along. Now you may be asking yourself, are we still doing the Human Centipede? And the answer to that question is yes, because apparently they made 3 of these things. We were on Human Centipede number 3 is what we're going to watch today. I don't have much anticipation. We have both villains of the last 2 movies coming back. This one is a prison movie where they're going to make a 500-person centipede. And yeah, I don't have the highest of expectations. It's lowly rated. It's a 2.6 out of 10. So it's the lowest rated of them all. And I've not heard the best of things about this one, but I figured, you know what? We're going to finish this trilogy out and we can move on with our lives bettered and more enriched because we have watched the entire trilogy or something like that. Anyway, let's get this shindig running here. So let's start the movie in hold on. 3, 2, 1. All right, we're starting out of the gate with the first movie, the end of second movie, just like how the last movie did. You know, I bet the floor in that place is really gross, like where they're all like laying down cuz it's like super wet. I bet it's gross. Okay, are we with a movie within a movie? Because now it cut to them watching on TV. So are we going meta? Are we going into the metaverse here? The Centiverse, if you will. It cuts. There's our villain from the first movie. Our what's his name? Dieter Laser. He was watching the Human Centipede 2. Oh, there's Laurence Harvey as well, right? His name. I gotta say, my guy, the Laurence Harvey, the little Chaplin mustache actually suits him quite well. So, oh my god. So I like that line. Watch your tids. So oh come on. So I'm trying to figure out if Laser's trying to do first off, this dialogue is so cringe. But I'm trying to figure out if Dieter Laser is trying to do a southern accent or not. Because it started off like he was trying to do a southern accent, and then it just went back into his German accent. But also, like, so Dieter Laser is the warden, and Laurence Harvey's like his sidekick, assistant warden, if you will. But anyway, there was a line about how Tom Six, I like his movies. Everybody are talking about them. It's like Laurence Harvey's doing a very interesting southern accent. Very, what's the chicken from Looney Tunes? Very, oh, what is his name? Foghorn Leghorny. But the line about Tom Six, they have an unruly prison. It is hard for me to talk. This movie is moving, and it is interesting already because of the way he's doing the dialogue. The height difference between Laurence Harvey and Dieter Laser makes, I think, framing awkward because, like, Laurence Harvey is like half the height of Dieter Laser. Prisoner 297, sir. It's funny. But yeah, the little line about Tom Six being like, I like his movies because he, I gotta turn on subtitles. The mixing is really bad with the music. But yeah, so like the line about Tom Six, I like his movies. People are really talking about him. That's why I'm like, I can't understand in the last movie if he was being serious or not about like the Human Centipede lines about, you know, if he's being tongue-in-cheek or not. It's hard to tell. It comes off as potentially tongue-in-cheek, but it also comes off as potentially just narcissistic, you know what I mean? So I'm not entirely sure if I'm in focus. Yeah, I'm in focus enough. Good enough, right? Oh, hard R. Dieter Laser just dropped the hard R. He just broke the one prisoner's arm because no reason, I guess. I can't get over the foghorn. Please, sir, no more. Think about the medical expenses. I can't even do it right. I have no idea like what accent they're wanting to do here. What nationality is Laurence Harvey? Watch this be like his legit accent, like he's like from like Kentucky or something. Yeah, he's British. So Dieter Laser's just a crazy warden who's just firing guns and stuff off in a prison. This is a weird scene. So he's in the middle of the prison just shooting a gun into the ceiling saying he deserves respect, he wants respect, he deserves respect, all while dressed exactly like Tom Six dresses in the photos I've seen from him. It's like, is this like Tom Six's like cry out? Like, I deserve respect too. I made the Human Centipede. Because like if you look up Tom Six and you go to like IMDb, I guess he wears more of like a Copacabana style hat rather than a cowboy hat. But he looks pretty similar to the warden. I gotta watch this documentary at this point. He has like interested me enough to be like, I gotta know more about this dude. This dude's either a lunatic or he's a meta, I wouldn't say genius, but a meta person. How do you watch this documentary? They're holding copies. You couldn't get the copies of the Human Centipede on Blu-ray. They're holding the DVDs. It wants to figure out a way to torture the prisons. I would hire Laurence R. Harvey as an actor. I think his accent's silly, but like, man, he is trying his hardest here. I'd hire Dieter Laser, but he's dead. You know what I mean? I will say this, though. I don't know how good Dieter Laser is in terms of acting, though. Like, he had a good presence in the first movie, but what cringe lines right there. Your rolling ass cheeks tell me what it must be. I need my ball sacks emptied before lunch. Not to be crude myself, but like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, who writes this stuff? Oh my god, these movies have the worst Foley. Yeah, so I think Dieter Laser, he makes good facial expressions. He has a good like face and presence as a sense of like a villain, but like his performance is absolutely unhinged in this, and not like in a good way. What's going on? His name is Mr. Butler. I don't know. I know this is a 2.6. We'll see how this movie goes so far, but I don't feel like I've said much because I have been fascinated by this movie because it is crazy dumb so far. Like this is wild. What is he doing? Whoever's doing this and he's like grinding his teeth and moving his head around real slow and then just screams. Man, this dude's shredded for his age. He's doing this like physical. This dude's old. And he's he like tensed up to grab the doctor. The dude's like shredded. This is almost like a Tommy Wiseau level performance. This is fascinating. Yeah, the performance here is like just straight up like almost like Tommy Wiseau meets Nicolas Cage, and it's impossible to look away from, really. Please just think about the outrageous medical costs. I can't, man. What is happening right now? Oh my god, why does he got to keep saying the N-word? Could you... Like, why? He's not even calling... I don't think this person's a person of color, but... Boiling water to the boiling. Babily balls. It's like, what is happening right now? I was not expecting this at all. Maybe he is a person of color. Because it showed a close-up where the, like, orangish light's not over him. I gotta be honest with you so far. I really do. Like, I'm not expecting... We're already 20 minutes in. This movie is flying by. This is... I mean, now I said that it's going to slow down, but, like, this movie is fascinating. Dog's barking at something, who knows what. I will say this, though. He's doing that thing again where everybody in the movie is awful. So it's like, it doesn't make any sense to, like, why... Like, there's no, oh, I feel bad about this person. Like, it's just, everybody in this movie sucks. Everybody's a bad person kind of thing. Also, is the governor is, what is his name? He's in 1,000 movies. Oh, shit, what is his name? I gotta look it up. He's in literally 1,000 movies. Eric Roberts. It's Eric Roberts. I saw a movie one time with Eric Roberts. It was a found footage movie, and his part of the found footage part was... I should still have it. It's probably in the basement and like in the storage, but in the binders, if you will. But he only smokes Cuban cigars, by the way. But Eric Roberts is in this movie. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a found footage movie, and his whole part is supposed to be like this interview process. And during the entire scene, the motherfucker is eating like a sub sandwich Like, it was like his lunch break, and he was like, I got time while I eat lunch to do this part for this movie. And then he just recorded himself and sent it off. It's so bizarre. But the dude's in like 400 movies a year. Like, no joke, he has 752 acting credits. He's got to be like the cheapest actor on the face of the planet. In 2023, he's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's loading. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. 48. Maybe I'm miscounting by one or two, but 48 projects is what he was in this year. Just 2023. That is insane. That is insane to me. He's not like a terrible actor. Eric Roberts isn't. I don't know why is he like in debts or something? Like, why does he take so many roles? Maybe he just loves it. I don't know. Eric Roberts kind of put him in his place. See, this is what a lot of Eric Roberts roles are. Is he shows up, it's probably for one day of filming. It's probably only for one day, and he just shows up, does his lines, and leaves. Love this dude's voice. He just, yeah. Oh my god. Just some of the lines in it. This movie's unhinged. So Laurence R. Harvey is the one who wants to make a Human Centipede because he's got a rip in his pants, I think. My leadership balls are megatons, 100 something pounds. I don't know what that line was. It's like, dude, this movie is killing me. Sir, it's 120 degrees outside. That's irresponsible. What is... Oh my god. This movie is ridiculous. Sorry if you hear me sniffling. I'm all stuffed up. So he's yelling at the prisoners, saying that he wants to castrate them. But it's like... I can't with the dialogue in this movie. There's just some random dude going, yeah, just headbanging. They just cut to that for some reason. See, I can't get behind this part. It's like, I just can't understand why you have to make everybody the worst of all time. Like, you got to have some kind of sympathetic character for a movie like this to actually work. But thankfully, this movie's relying on the unhinged, so bad is good route. And I don't think it's intentional. I don't know. I'd be surprised. I gotta listen to like commentary and stuff. If this isn't intentional, so bad it's good, then Tom Six is a just insane madman. But I feel like it's sincerely so bad it's good. Just by watching the other two. Because you had the first movie. That was the concept with the doctor. It took itself very seriously. Then you had the second one that was like obsessed with the movie and decided to go as hard as possible. Where this one, I feel like it's trying to figure out how to top the other two. But I also feel like it knows to be a little bit tongue-in-cheek with the some of the dialogue. But also, like, I don't know if I want to give him credit for that. Because, like, I don't know if he's being honest. Like, I don't know if it's honestly, like, tongue-in-cheek. I think it might be he thinks that this is, like, hardcore dialogue. I don't know. I don't need to see a castration. Ew. Dude, Laurence R. Harvey is the sweatiest man alive. Just saying. See, it's okay. So this castration scene is what makes me think that it's trying to be like sincere and not like tongue in cheek. I have to listen to the commentaries. This one come with commentary? It doesn't. Come on, I have to listen to the commentaries. Is there? Let's find out if there is a commentary. There's multiple English tracks. There is. Boy, there is. There's a commentary track. I've got to rip these commentary tracks. I got to listen to them. I got to know. This is disgusting, this scene is. It's a, let's just say his secretary is doing a certain type of job, and his reaction to a certain type of job mixed with the Foley sound effects is really annoying. It's like really gross. It's also annoying, but it's also really gross. Or like this. I feel like this is... See, I feel like this scene now is being tongue-in-cheek. I have no clue what Tom Six is doing in terms of, like, how he's, like, figuring this out. I apologize for sniffling. I can't. My sinuses are killing me. Let me guess. They brought him lunch. Yep, that's what I thought. They brought him the the castrated meat, if you will, and he leans over top of it, sniffs it to an insane amount, and goes, "Ah, energy food." Much salt and pepper. There was 2 little things. You don't need that much salt and pepper, my guy. Oh, what's up, Lotus? No worries. I just saw your comment. I hope I'm not late in response. What's up, buddy? This has been wild. I have to remember that line. Yeah, this is. There has been some lines in this movie. This movie has been insane, and I don't mean like in the second one in the sense of being gross or gory or anything. It's the performances. Oh, energy food. Yeah, it's like this movie's been wild, man. I can't. Some of these line deliveries. Yeah, I like how he's got the copies of the Human Centipede 1 and 2, and it's still DVD. It's like, come on, man, you could have got the. I have the Blu-rays. You know, best one so far. It's been the most entertaining so far. Yes, it has been hilarious so far. Ironically, maybe unironically, I don't know. I don't know what the intention is from the director. It's so crazy. Basically, the setup to this one. Why does he keep doing that? He like keeps doing this like weird like kawaii like pose thing. So like if you so it's got the villains of the first 2 movies. The villain of the first movie, Dieter Laser, plays the warden. The villain of the second movie, Laurence Harvey, plays his accountant, assistant, whatever you want to call it. And Dieter Lasers is Bill Boss, the warden of the prison. And the prison's rowdy, and they're trying to find a way to control the prisoners. And he's doing it through torture. And Laurence Harvey suggests they watch the Human Centipede movies for whatever reason. He's like going to check on this. He like walks in. They have like a prison doctor. He walks up and he goes, "How's our patient doing?" The doctor's like, "Well, he's still weak from the incident." The dude was like, the warden was like, "I decastrated him," and the doctor's like, "We're aware." I don't know, man. So his whole plan was to castrate the prison, and he the guy he castrated pulled him in closer, and he's talking about how he's gonna do some horrible things to the warden, and now the warden's like probably gonna be like, "My plan didn't work. Fine, we'll do the Human Centipede thing." Dude, Laurence Harvey's doing this hilarious foghorn leghorn style Southern accent. "See, I told you it wouldn't work." This movie's unhinged, man. This is hilarious. I don't understand why people hate this movie. Why is this one considered the worst one again? Yeah, it's a 2.7 with a 5 out of 100 on Metacritic. He like chokes out the prisoner that he castrated because it didn't work. And then because he's basically dead, they bring him back to life with a defibrillator, and you just hear the warden yell, "I don't kill this creature twice." It's hilarious. Obviously, the point of this is to watch along, so if you're watching along, you know what's happening, but I imagine not everybody's watching along, but this is... it's hilarious. Like, I have no clue what's going on here. I have to listen to the director's commentary. I have to. I gotta know what the intentions are. Is this supposed to be funny? Is this supposed to be a horror movie? Or is it supposed to be both? See, this is what I don't understand, because, like, he goes up to the... Laurence Harvey goes up to the doctor and is like, "I want you to watch these." And the doctor's like, "Oh, I've seen those. They're really good." It's like, are you being serious or not, Tom? Like, that's what I don't understand. Are you narcissistic or not? I don't understand. But also, it had a cut to the scene. If you're watching this, you would have seen it, where it had like barbed wire with the sun and stuff behind it. That was like super pixelated barbed wire. Like, it looks like it was like an image of barbed wire placed over it. I gotta say, in terms of like cinematography and stuff, this is actually probably the best shot. Like, it looks good. Like, there's like high production value here in terms of its looks. It's well lit. It's well framed. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting this one to be like really bad, and I was gonna be like, you know, this one's the worst one and blah blah blah, because of all the things I heard about it. But so far, man, I'm really liking this one. Maybe not for the intended reason, but we still got an hour left of the movie, though. We'll see where this hour drags out to, but so far, this has been a fast 40 minutes. I can't, man. The dialogue in this movie. "How dare you, you piece of ugly mutant shit, talk to me like that?" Dude, this movie's amazing. Just, oh my god, that was loud. What was that? Why don't no alerts go off? That must have been on. Must have been a YouTube notification, because no notification went off over here on Twitch. So yeah, it must have been YouTube. We're talking about going meta, bringing Tom Six into the into the prison to talk to the what? I like the lines like, "I grew my mustache to look like you," and it's like the other guy doesn't even have mustache. He doesn't even have hair on his like. He's completely bald, no mustache. It's like, what are you talking about? Growing the mustache to look like him? Are you implying he used to have a Hitler stash? Or sorry, a Charlie Chaplin stash, if you will. Depends on if you're a glass half full or... I'm not gonna say the joke. We'll let that one go. This performance is like legendary. Just the faces this dude makes with the way he's like just performing. He's literally screaming head first into a trash can. I hate human beings. I don't know why they're so obsessed with this jar. They have this jar. It's full of dried, let's just say body parts. And they keep cutting to this jar of him, like, snacking on it. And they keep, like, just keep going back to this jar left and right. Okay, I will say this. There's some very racist lines in this movie that I get it. You're the character saying it, but also, like, you know what I mean? You gotta watch this. You just gotta watch this. I don't know how else to describe, like if you're not watching along or haven't watched this movie, like, I don't even know how to describe what I'm watching right now. But goddamn, this movie does not look bad at all. Like, even the colorist, like, whoever did the color grading in this movie did a good job. Like, this is not a, like, there is, like, a surprising amount of production value in this movie. I wonder what the budget was. I don't know why I'm looking. I've never been able to look. Its gross worldwide was $16,184. That'd just be box office, so it probably played in only like a couple theaters. I get how this is actually happening, or if this is supposed to be like a paranoid delusion, but it's like the prisoners have surrounded him. What they're all chanting right now is something else. Oh my god. This scene is something else. I just couldn't imagine. Okay, so it was a delusion. It was some kind of paranoid delusion he had. But also, like, I just couldn't imagine, like, I couldn't imagine filming that scene. Like, how you go about filming that scene. I just couldn't imagine it. There he is, Tom Six. Tom Six has entered the building. Well, technically he's outside by the gate, but... Tom Six comes into the movie, and it starts him off with playing, like, spy music as he's pulling in. Yeah, the fake, like, foghorn leghorn accent's hilarious. Oh my god, really? He has to be serious. Tom Six has to be serious. It can't be some kind of like meta irony thing. It has to be serious. He walks up and the waiter was like, the secretary was like, "You're even more handsome in person. Can I get your autograph?" He has to be serious. So at least he's aware that the Human Centipede movies are memes, because he made a line talking about how it's been memed in pop culture. He has to be. He has to be serious with how, like, he has to be narcissistic. We're not in a movie here playing some idiots. I love the lines, man. I love the lines in this. Sorry if I'm clipping audio. I apologize. He's trying to claim that the first movie was medically accurate. Still. I feel like shit. I'm sorry, Lotus. I hope you get feeling better, buddy. If you're like me, your sinus is killing you, because my allergies have been so bad this week. I hope you get feeling better, man. Allergies? Yeah, dude, I feel it, man. I've been so stuffed up all week. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That's why, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been sniffling a lot, trying to clear my nose. Yeah, I hope yours get feeling better too, man. That's what we get for living where we live, right? We get the allergy slaps. The dialogue is so funny. The way he's like delivering these. So he's talking about, in case you're not watching, he's talking about how they're doing this one compared to the other ones, and that he's like designed this whole Human Centipede where they can still release him at the end of sentencing. Why are alerts not showing up? Are they not on this screen? I know you can't hear it because I have the desktop audio, but another alert went off. I'm gonna assume they're YouTube alerts since nothing on the Twitch feed has hit. Anyway, so it sounds like they're gonna be doing the centipede at the prison now. But I do kind of like the idea of like curtailing it of away from being like sewn together and being like well, this is like how the prisoners are going to be, and then we're going to like we're going to have this system in place to be able to remove them when they go to leave, when they're released from prison. It's really interesting. it's it's not bad. That's crazy to me how violent this prison is and how sadistic this warden is that he still lets them have a monthly film night. It's so funny they're showing the Human Centipede 1 and 2, and then it's got Dieter Laser, like they're showing one of his scenes, and it's like, is that not your warden? Yeah, we're just watching prisoners react to the Human Centipede 1. Yeah, the prisoners are not fans of the Human Centipedes movies. Holy shit, is that Gangrel? Hold up, wait, what? Is that Gangrel from WWE? Holy shit, I think it is. I swear to God, that was Gangrel just sitting there at the beginning. What is Gangrel's real name? I swear to God, that was Gangrel sitting there in the front row of that prison. Show me again. That's Gangrel! What? Dude. Holy shit. That's Gangrel! Where's he at? He's got to be in here. Other media. Human Centipede 3. Yes! Oh, caught him. Got him. Well, that was a pleasant surprise. Gangrel was... I grew up watching wrestling, and Gangrel was one of my favorite wrestlers from the Attitude Era. I loved Gangrel. His music, his intro, the whole vampire theme. And he also had like this really cool like spinning elbow move. His DDT looked really like strong too. Like his DDT was pretty gnarly. Yeah, I was just like sitting here watching this, and I was just looking at the prisoners, and I saw him in the front. I was like, what? Cool. Cool. Note to self: if I end up keeping the Human Centipede movies, and I'm able to get like go to a place where Gangrel's signing autographs, I have to have him sign this. Well, that was a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting to see Gangrel pop up in this movie. You know something really weird about this movie? I'll tell you what's really weird about this movie is last movie, we were like an hour into the movie with like 30 minutes left, and I was like, we haven't done like anything with the centipede, right? It's like, we haven't really done anything with the centipede. This movie, we're an hour and 3 minutes in with 40 minutes left, give or take. And I don't really give a shit if the centipede shows up. I'm fine with what's going on. That's cool. Gangrel's in this. Just the just performance by Dieter Laser is hilarious. It's so funny. It's so unhinged. I don't know if it's the same sedation rifle from the first movie. I want to see Gangrel up close. I will say this. My guy must be a real-life vampire because he has not aged at all since the 90s. He looks exactly the same. The line delivery. I can't get over this movie. This is amazing. What is happening right now? This hour and 7 minutes, I would watch over the first two movies any day. I don't know what's gonna happen with like the last like 30 minutes, but like so far, I could watch this movie over the other two any day. He does. He have like a rip in his pants this whole time. There is. There's like a rip in the back of his pants. Ligamenta patella. There must have been a good amount of like budget into this because, like I said, the production values, it's definitely here. Like this doesn't look or feel like a cheap movie. You know, a lot of these like really disturbing movies. That's one thing I got to say about Serbian film too, is a lot of these like super disturbing movies are very cheap and they look very cheap. There's very few of them that actually like feel like they have production value. This one, Martyrs, a Serbian film, are all ones that feel like they have like actual production value, especially Martyrs. But like this one looks like a legitimate like multi-million-dollar movie. Oh, they gave Gangrel Crohn's disease. Also, weird artificial zoom in. There's a weird artificial like cut in, almost like YouTube style. That was weird. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just surprised by this movie. I want to know actually how many people too they actually get to form the Human Centipede. So there's a prisoner with a stoma he killed for no reason. Well, I mean, I guess there was reason, but not really reason. Oh, poor Daisy. They messed Daisy up. She was just secretary. Some of the lines of dialogue in this movie, I swear, man. Oh my god, the Foley sound effects, man. They're so gross. They're so gross. And like some of the lines of dialogue. Like, I don't know how you can write some of this dialogue and not just cringe while it's on paper. You know what I mean? I read a couple highlight reviews while we're in this downtime. Okay, his British accent really slipped through there. I don't know why they keep going back to this jar of salty snacks. I don't know what you want to call it. This is a weird scene. Talking about, like, where Bill Boss is playing the governor, just patting himself on the back. I'm curious to see if they'll play spy music again when Tom Six pulling up. I want to know. Yeah, he's playing like. Oh, I don't need to see someone eating some poom poom. Just randomly killed a prisoner for no reason. Literally no reason whatsoever. Oh, I guess because he was wanting to be a part of the Centipede. I guess I didn't need to see a close up of what I just saw, I should say. Oh, yeah, you don't need to see the close-up of this. Okay, we have less than 20 minutes to go, and they haven't got the Centipede together yet, which is kind of fine. I will say this last, like, 10 minutes have kind of dragged on. He just keeps going like the warden does. Why are they, like, sawing somebody up? I feel like with this musical choice, this very, like, cartoonish musical choice, like, I kind of think, like, Tom Six is a little bit, like, trying to be self-aware. I just don't know if I buy it, you know? Why does he keep doing the double peace sign? I don't understand that. I like them snakeskin boots, though. They'd be styling. The performances are something else. Oh, it's a tag on his pants. It's not a rip. It's a tag. It's like a really big white tag on his pocket. I saw it there. It looked like a rip this whole time. Well, we're down to like 12 minutes, well, I guess 15 minutes left of the movie, just about. And I think now we're just going to get to see the Centipede. They're walking around the Human Centipede. Wonder if they actually got this many people to do this. It'd be a deterrent for anyone considering a career in crime. Just the voice auto message held for smart detection. Hi, I want to offer a promotion for your channel by view. Get out of here. Is Crip spelled with 2 C's? Like the gang Crip? Because the subtitle had 2 C's. No, it's not. Why did the subtitle have 2 C's? That's interesting. Obviously, the governor doesn't like this. I got to go back at the end of this. I think some of this is digitally altered. I think 2 people used to oh, they put Daisy in the line. The thing with this though is it's obviously they're not connected at all, face to butt. You know what I mean? It's very obvious because of the whole, you know, onesie jump uniform. It's very, very obvious. There's this weird, like, patriotic music playing as he's saying about all the money they could spend by putting prisoners as human centipedes into stuff. But it's very obvious they're not remotely connected because of how the system works. Which is one of the complaints I had with the first movie that I think the second movie did better. Okay, the human caterpillar for a lifetime convicts. Oh, that's what it is. They remove the arms and legs from the humans for death row inmates, and they make a caterpillar. So is that what the human caterpillar is going to be? The movie that's supposedly in the works by Tom Six? I have no idea what he's saying. They didn't subtitle him speaking in a foreign language. The one prisoner that's getting released. The governor didn't like the human centipede, by the way. We have less than 10 minutes left. Like, is that all we're going to get to do with the centipede? Is they're just going to show it existing? Like, are they not doing anything else with this centipede? Oh, he's going to kill Mr. Butler. Well, he killed the doctor. Doctor got it coming, I guess. Let me guess, because it cut to the governor. He's going to kill the doctor, and then he's going to call back to the prison and say he actually likes the idea. He thought about it and actually likes it. I bet you anything that's going to happen. Doctor's dead. Well, let's have the phone call. I bet you anything that's what's going to happen. He might kill Butler first. Nope, he came back. I'm telling you, the governor's gonna like it now. What? Is this another delusion? This ending. So dumb. Oh, is he gonna kill both of them? Or just him still? No, he just killed Dwight. Yeah, so we only get to see the centipede for less than a minute of the movie. Less than a minute of the movie is the centipede. Yeah, okay, we see the barbed wire again. That is so pixelated. It has to be a overlaid image. Please don't tell me he's naked. I don't want to see Dieter Laser's laser beam, if you will. It's playing the Star Spangled Banner over the ending. Really? Is that going to be the end? All right, that's the end. As we roll out to the Star Spangled Banner, if you will. That was a trip. That was not what I was expecting. Okay. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin with that one. I would say that one was probably the best of the three. It's the most enjoyable. In terms of actually being the best, probably not. I don't know. So here's the thing. The first movie, let's recap the trilogy. The first movie was, I guess in order to express my opinion of the Human Centipede 3, I think I have to explain how I think these movies progress to this point. So you have Human Centipede 1 that I think was made in honesty. That was made, I think he had an idea that he wanted to do, and so he tried to make a legitimate horror movie based off of that. The tongue-in-cheek thing being that it's medically accurate, right? Then you had 2, because I think he saw how memed the first movie was, and was like, I didn't go hard enough in the paint. Oh, I can go hard enough in the paint. Lim, your mom wants puppy time. Come here. Come here. Oh. Yes. Him your good boy. Him your good boy. What you doing, bub? So the second one, I think he went hard in the paint, was like, hey, this is a legit messed up movie. And it was. And then the third movie, I think he was like, I think he balanced between trying to be tongue-in-cheek and clever in this meta-narrative kind of thing. But at the same time, the movie is so unhinged with such wild performances that it's really strange. I do think there is a very underlayer, I don't even say it's underlaid, but like a very apparent attempt to be meta, a very apparent attempt to be self-conscious, and a very strong try at having humor and humorous moments. But I also think the film tries to be sincere in the horror and disturbing factor. I think it tries to do both, and I actually think it kind of fails at both while being more enjoyable than the rest of the series. Because I think a lot of the time when the movie is trying to be... Let me lean back. We'll get all comfy for this talk here. I think when the movie is trying to be... Am I even in focus? I don't think I am. When the movie is trying to be... I don't think it matters. It's trying to be legit and trying to be disturbing and horrific. It is very funny and very stupid, right? Like, you have some lines and some scenes that are just absolutely unhinged and hilarious. That's full runtime of the movie. Absolutely unhinged and hilarious, where it's really funny. There's multiple lines of dialogue between Billy Boss and Mr. Butler that is just hilarious. Butler's whole southern accent through the entire film is absolutely unhingedly hilarious. It is so funny to listen to. And then Billy Boss just screaming every line angrily. Some of the lines he says is really insane. But then you have times where the film is trying to be like funny and like self-aware, and it doesn't work because it's not funny. The meta narrative pieces are just like, there's times where it comes off tongue-in-cheek, and there's times it just comes off very narcissistic, and I can't tell what the intention is. Is the intention to be tongue-in-cheek and poke fun at himself, or is the intention is the intention sincere of being like, yeah, I'm an awesome director? You know what I mean? I can't tell. Or is it meta and trying to be tongue-in-cheek that is actually driven by narcissistic sincerity? I can't tell, which makes the film more interesting to me. Yeah, I do think I saw some of the negative reviews. Some people are saying that it's trying to be a horror comedy, and I definitely could see where that's trying to be some of the situation. But considering the other films in the series, I don't feel like that's necessarily entirely accurate to call this movie a horror comedy intentionally. I do think he tries to be tongue-in-cheek. I do think he has like some comedy moments he wants to have there, but they always fall flat. The part that actually makes this movie hilarious is like the when it's trying to be serious. I think the meta part, because you watched in Human Centipede 2, the meta parts, right? They didn't come off as like, to me, they didn't come off as like a tongue-in-cheek thing. They came off as sincere. They came off as kind of egotistical. And I kind of feel the same way with this film. It kind of comes off feeling kind of egotistical. You know what I mean? I kind of feel the same way, where it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell Tom Six's intention. That's why I kind of want to watch the or listen to the director's commentaries, because like I want to know what the intent is, or if he'll elaborate what the intent is. And I feel like if he's any kind of, I'm judging a book by its synopsis here, but if he's anything like I think he is from these three movies, I feel like he's going to express his intention very detailedly. So I am kind of curious about that. So I'm gonna have to listen to him. But in terms of like everything else, I always listen to director's commentary last. Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to rip him and listen to him. But yeah, I can't tell like what his true intentions are, like in terms of like what is going on in this movie. The Human Centipede you see for literally less than a minute of the film. It takes up like less than a minute of the screen time. Take a drink here, which is kind of disappointing. And it's funny is like the films get bigger and wilder, but the Human Centipede part is less and less. The first film is half the movie is the Human Centipede, and it's doing a lot. Like they use the Human Centipede a lot. Now I'm sure when you add more people to the chain, it's probably harder to organize a movement like that. But think about how cool it would have been with 500 prisoners if they got it to like march a couple feet. You know what I mean? Just a few seconds of like movement would have went a long way. I'm not entirely sure. I do want to go back and look. I'm not entirely sure everybody in there is real. But I will say this, in terms of production, the production of this movie is actually like pretty good. Like it's actually like fairly good in terms of like it looks good. The cinematography is pretty good. There's actual production value here. The color grading is good. The lighting is pretty good. There's a scene though with the Human Centipede where it has a wide shot, and I was kind of wondering if they digitally altered in people, and I wanted to go back here and check because there was a scene where two people moved in the chain way too similarly, and that's what made me think maybe this is like altered in. It's somewhere around here where we realize that Daisy's in the chain, and it'll show like a wide shot here. Oh, I'm checking to see because I'm curious because I think they might have. Come on, show me the wide shot. Maybe it's around here. There's a scene where somebody flicks their arm out, and then like right afterwards it happens again. Another link in the chain. Come on. Let me guess. Was that the caterpillar? Okay, we must have skipped it then. Oh, okay. There it is. So there's a guy right here. The fuck? I'm having a hard time finding it. The timeline's hard to like zoom in on. Damn, I just missed it. All right. It's got to be right around here somewhere. So there's a guy over here that kind of moves his arm. Okay, I guess not. Never mind. They did move differently. Okay. Just kind of similar motions, but they were different. Okay, never mind. But yeah, so then on top of that, you have Dieter Laser's absolutely unhinged performance that I found to be really enjoyable. It's so wild and over the top that it really pushes the film along. This is the longest film at 1 hour and 42 minutes, I think is what it was. And like I said, you get to see the Human Centipede for maybe a minute of screen time. Maybe a minute of screen time. And it doesn't matter because watching Billy boss the warden just going through these lines was entertaining. And then Laurence R. Harvey, his Foghorn Leghorn was also entertaining. Obviously, some gross scenes. Like I said, some of the comedy didn't work. It is going to be a... What am I going to rate this thing? I think this one's getting a 3.5 out of 10. So 3 for the first one, 3 for the second one, and a 3.5 for the Human Centipede 3. And the reason why it's half is because I do think this one's more enjoyable. Like, I would probably want to watch this one over the other two again. I don't know if I'd care to watch any of them again, but I would probably rather watch this one again because I found it way more funny and enjoyable. Now, I do want to say, now that I've seen it, it might not be as funny on a second watch, might not be as enjoyable on a second watch, but I did enjoy it. Like, it's goofy. It's a goofy movie. It's a goofy goober movie that exists. Yeah, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 10. Not quite a 4, close to a 4, but not quite a 4. But I did think it's better than the other two. At least that's my opinion. It's fun, goofy. I don't think it's intentionally fun, but it's, yeah. So Human Centipede 3, that's been the Human Centipede 3. Next week, I'm going to do Cannibal Holocaust. We're going to do Cannibal Holocaust next week. So if you want to check that out, yeah, you can feel free to check out the Cannibal Holocaust with me. Yep, from 1980, right? 1980, and it is an hour and 35 minutes. We got a 5.8 out of 10 on IMDb and a 22 out of 100 on Metacritic. One of the most controversial films ever made. But we're going to jump into that, and then we're probably going to steer away a little bit from horror for a little bit. I'm just going to try to get through movies that I want to get through, but I also want to watch Cannibal Holocaust, and I think that would be a fun watch-along movie for sure. But yeah, so if you want to watch, it is on AMC Plus, so if you want to watch along with the Human Centipede, if you're watching this on YouTube, Twitch is the best place to do it. I'm doing these live on Twitch, then editing them down and uploading those to YouTube. So if you want to watch the full unedited stream, then you can sign up for my Patreon over there, $1 a month. You can read the perks over there on Patreon. If you're watching this on YouTube, all the links will be in the description down below. And Lotus, I will see you in Magic here in about, give me like 15. But that's going to be it for today. Human Centipede 3, I was surprised. I really went into this expecting this one to be the worst of the 3, especially with everything I've heard about it. And I actually like it the most out of the 3. That was the weird turnaround for today that I was not anticipating at all. So thanks everybody, and I will hopefully see y'all later. Bye.